Hi, it's Whiskey and Randy with Froggy 99.9.
Here at WBOC's historic Studio D, you're watching Delmarva Life.
It is wonderful to have Whiskey and Randy here with us today, but I almost feel, I was feeling bad for a little bit about having to embarrass them so badly in the upcoming recipe challenge. I mean, the feeling passed quickly, but you know, we'll see in just a little bit. When hunger strikes, what is the first thing that you reach for? Research shows that the way you store your groceries could affect what and how much you eat.
Now, here are a few tips to get your groceries in the perfect position.
22 times a day. That's how many times the average person opens the fridge. But research shows the key to changing your diet could be as simple as rearranging what's inside. The first step, be strategic. Fill your eye-level shelf with fruits and veggies. A Cornell study found you're nearly 3 times more likely to eat healthy food if it's in your line of sight. Second, shop more and buy less. Instead of stocking up on a week's worth of food, hit the grocery store more often and only buy a few days' worth of meals. A study in the Journal of Consumer Psychology shows people tend to eat less when resources are scarce. Finally, pack smart. Those small leftover containers can tempt you to eat more than you planned. Instead, combine your entrees and sides so that each container has a full meal.
And one last tip, put your sweet snacks in opaque containers like this. One Cornell researcher found those who are given chocolates in a clear bowl like this will eat nearly 70% more than when treats are in an opaque bowl.
That you can't see through.
That you can't see through.
That would.
I held it up and I.
Yeah, it's the clear one.
Yeah.
Put them in the opaque one, not the clear one.
Right.
Can't see it, you don't need it. So here's the question. What is your strategy to make sure that you and your family go for the healthy choices? Took that question to Facebook. Here's what we came up with. Veronique said, the best way not to eat junk is not to buy it. If you have it in the house, chances are you're going to eat it.
Yeah, I agree with that. Samantha, if you don't buy the bad stuff, you can't eat it. So stick to whole foods, nothing packaged or with a million ingredients that you can't pronounce. It's easy to heat up a frozen meal, but it's also easy to broil fish and steam veggies at the same time.
Now, Elena, this is a great one here. Elena said we grow most of it ourselves. The vegetables we can and pickle. The chickens we use for eggs, pickled eggs, and meat. We also put fresh farm-raised beef and pork into the freezer. The breads, mostly homemade, so we can control the sugars. With mostly fresh-raised, fresh-grown, and fresh-made, we control the amount of preservatives.
I want to go to her house.
No kidding.
And Deborah, one of the simplest guidelines is to shop the walls of the store. The aisles are usually filled with the stuff you don't need.
Really?
And if you'd like, you stay on the outer areas of the grocery store. You didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Well, I guess that's where produce and everything is.
Yep.
I know that.
If you'd like to weigh in on the conversation, go to our Facebook page.
And take me shopping on the walls. Speaking of food, we are staying right where we are here in the kitchen.
Yeah, up next on Delmarva Life, it's time for another 5-minute recipe challenge, but this time around, Jimmy gets a little help from yours truly while we take on Whiskey and Randy from Froggy 99.9.
Knows I need all the help I can get. This is going to be interesting to say the least. But first, while we are here in the kitchen, grab an egg. Dr. Oz tells us how an egg a day can keep the doctor away.
Hi, I'm Dr. Oz. Eggs get a bad rap. The truth is, they're an excellent source of nutrition that doesn't raise cholesterol. Eggs contain choline, which reduces brain inflammation tied to Alzheimer's. They're packed with protein, so they fight frailty. They also help prevent macular degeneration, a leading cause of blindness. So boil half a dozen for the week to have them on hand.